everybody! So in my last video I mentioned that I have been loving shea butter to use on my belly to try to prevent stretch marks during this pregnancy. I started getting stretch marks a lot earlier this pregnancy than last. The stretch marks that I have gotten are just like little tiny little extensions on the ones that I already had, and I started getting them at 32 weeks, whereas last time I didn't start, my daughter's talking, I didn't start getting stretch marks until like my 38th week of pregnancy, and I was using a really expensive oil with like essential oils in it. So I stopped using that because I was like, okay, it's not working and it's really expensive, and I started using plain shea butter on my belly, and she just kicked the tripod. Sorry about that. So yeah, when I started using the plain shea butter on my belly, I found that the stretch marks stopped getting worse, which is amazing. So it's been about, 2 or 3 weeks. There hasn't been any worsening of the stretch marks. So in today's video, I wanted to show you guys how you can make shea butter a little bit more pliable by making an anti-stretch mark stick. So let's start out with what you're going to need. Of course, you're going to need shea butter. I have found shea butter to be an excellent skin moisturizer. Shea butter penetrates the skin extremely deeply, and I find that it doesn't rub off on clothing quite as bad as other oils. It evens out skin tone. It also does a really good job of restoring elasticity to the skin, so it's great for treating stretch marks as well. Next, you will need coconut oil to help soften the shea butter. I used coconut oil in my last pregnancy to prevent stretch marks, and it managed to do so until 38 weeks, so it's also going to be a very nice potent ingredient to add. Last is you will need lavender essential oil. I decided to go with lavender because I feel like it's one of the more gentle essential oils. Using a heat-proof bowl, start adding your coconut oil and shea butter to it. Now you are simply going to melt the shea and coconut butter together using the double boiling method to ensure all the nutrients stay intact. How the double boiling method works is you just put water around the bowl with the shea and coconut oil, and you bring it to a boil so that the butters melt. As you can see, the butters melted together, and now you're just going to be very careful when removing the bowl from the hot boiling water, or just wait until it's completely cool to do so. Make sure your mixture is thoroughly cooled before adding the essential oil. I'm going to be adding just 10 drops. Now, using an empty roll-up container, you're simply going to pour your mixture into it. As you can see, I just made a huge mess, but there you go, really easy. Now you just let it cool. You can put it in the fridge for about half an hour or let it sit out for about an hour and a half. So that is how you make a anti-stretch mark shea butter stick. Really, really easy. Go ahead and add more or less shea butter depending on what consistency you want. I'd say in the summertime you want to add a little bit more shea butter so that it's a little bit more solid. But go to my blog for all the ingredients. If you want to check out more recipes on shea butter, I have a vanilla body whip body butter on here as well. I'll put a link right here in the description box and in the end slate. I really like this technique because I don't have to get my hands at all greasy. Don't forget to go to my blog for the ingredients measurements. Link is in the description box, and I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!